Leo has a good life on paper. He has people who care about him. He isn't depressed exactly. At home, Leo is alive. He moves freely. He thinks clearly. He laughs at things on his own. His home isn't just a building. It's the only place on earth where he feels completely and utterly himself. But the moment Leo steps outside, the market, the mall, a crowded street, something shifts. It's not traumatic. It's not a panic attack. It's more like a dimmer switch being slowly turned down. The noise feels like it's aimed directly at him. Strangers' eyes feel like small interrogations. Even a casual, "Hey, how are you?" from an acquaintance can feel like an unexpected test he hasn't studied for. By the time Leo gets home, he doesn't just feel tired, he feels scraped out, like something invisible reached inside him and took whatever was left. Every human brain has a baseline level of arousal, a kind of internal volume knob. People who feel drained by social environments have a naturally higher baseline of internal arousal. Every face is a micro-social cue to decode. Every sound is a potential signal requiring attention. His brain isn't lazy, it's actually hyper-aware. It notices everything. It processes everything. Meanwhile, at home, the inputs are controlled. The environment is predictable. This is why solitude doesn't feel like loneliness to Leo. It feels like oxygen. Maybe you grew up in a home that was loud and unpredictable, where other people's moods were like weather systems. You learned early to read every room, every face, every shift in tone. Or maybe you were the kid who was misunderstood, who tried to connect and was laughed at, excluded. Your young brain drew a conclusion. Other people are unpredictable. Solitude is safe. The avoidance isn't antisocial behavior. It's a survival strategy that worked perfectly once and simply never got updated. Over time, people like Leo start to label themselves. They say, "I hate people." They build an identity around it. The lone wolf, the homebody, the "I don't need anyone" persona. It transforms a wound into a preference. It reframes the pain of feeling different into something that sounds like a choice. He loves deeply, but privately. His affection for the few people he trusts is enormous, almost fierce. The "I hate people" mask is just armor, and underneath the armor is someone who is simply exhausted. It feels like going to the market for 20 minutes and needing 2 hours afterward to recover. It feels like dreading a social event for a week before it happens, attending it, having a decent time, and still coming home wrecked. It feels like being completely articulate and funny in one-on-one conversations, but going mute in groups. It feels like sitting alone on a Friday night, perfectly content, and then feeling vaguely guilty about how content you are. It feels like being called cold by people who have simply never seen you in the environment where you actually come alive. First, understand that there is nothing wrong with you. The brain that needs silence to function is not a broken brain. Watch the difference between chosen solitude and fear-driven hiding. Chosen solitude is restorative. It fills you up. The goal is to know yourself clearly enough to choose, not just react. You are built for depth, not volume, for meaning, not noise, for the right people, not all people. Solitude is not loneliness. It's the place where some people finally hear themselves think.